Hi, I'm Tati, and these are 25 bookish facts about me. So I'm doing the 25 bookish facts about me tag, and this is my 8th video for the Strike Back Videoathon. And also, over the course of the Strike Back Videoathon so far, I have passed 100 subscribers. So I also wanted to use this video to say thank you to all of my subscribers and to celebrate reaching 100. Now, I wasn't technically tagged to do this tag, but I do want to say thank you to Shelby from 123SCC Shelby for suggesting it to me, and I will leave a link to her channel in the description. She's an awesome small booktuber, so go check her channel out. I will be shouting out and tagging some other small booktubers at the end of this video, so stay tuned for that. Now, this tag doesn't actually have any set questions as far as I know, or at least I couldn't find any, so I'm just going to be sharing 25 random bookish facts about myself. So before I ramble on too much, let's get into the tag. Also, these are in no particular order. Number 1 is that I do usually set a Goodreads goal for myself, even though I don't always reach it, and this year my Goodreads goal is 100 books. Number 2 is that sometimes if a book that I want to read is getting really good reviews, or it has a really interesting premise, or it's by one of my favorite authors, I know I'm going to want to sit down and read it all in one sitting. So I will put off reading it until I have more time, even if it's the book I want to read most at the moment. Number 3 is that I usually read multiple books at once. Right now I'm reading 3 different books, which are Orange Volume 2, No Love Allowed, and Unbelievable. I also have a couple ebooks out from the library, but I haven't started them yet. Number 4 is that I like coloring books, even though I don't usually have much time to color. Number 5 is that I just recently started to enjoy listening to audiobooks, and I totally give complete credit to this to A Series of Unfortunate Events by Lemony Snicket, because before this series I had never been able to listen to a whole audiobook. Number 6 is that I think I'm a fast reader, but I've never timed myself. Number 7 is that I always try to read the book before I watch the movie. I find that when I read the book first, I can still watch and enjoy the movie, even if I think it's not as good as the book. However, if I watch the movie first, I usually end up enjoying the movie, but then when I go to read the book, I feel like there's all this extra stuff in the book that I don't care about. Number 8 is that I usually enjoy longer books in series over shorter books in series. Number 9 is that I really enjoy reading mangas and watching the animes and live action dramas based off of mangas. Hopefully I can talk some more about these on my channel soon. Number 10 is that I love using my library. I have 3 different virtual library apps. And my physical library has a great young adult selection and is great about getting the newest, most popular young adult books. So number 11 is this thing that I used to do with my sister. When we both wanted to read the same book, we usually wouldn't read it at the same time. We would rent one copy or buy one copy, and then we would take turns. One of us would read the whole thing, and then the other one would read the whole thing. And so that we could kind of have an interactive experience, whichever one of us read it first would leave notes in the book at different points, whatever stood out to us. And then whoever read it second would also leave notes, but also reply to the first person's notes, either on their note or on a separate note. For example, I saved some of the notes, and this was a really fun way of kind of doing our own little book club, even though we did live in the same room at the time. Number 11 is that I love the idea of buddy reading. Number 13 is that I love readathons and reading vlogs, and I'm hoping to do more of them. Number 14 is that I used to have a rule about buying books that I wouldn't buy a book unless I had already rented it from the library and read it and decided that I liked it enough that I would want to read it again or reread it. However, since I've joined BookTube, as you can probably tell, I have definitely been buying more books for my TBR. Number 15 is I love the way that rainbow bookshelves look, but I just cannot bear to separate my series in order to do it for my own bookshelves. Number 16 is that I love having a romance or a ship in a book. Number 17 is that I would say my favorite genres are probably contemporary romance, and mystery, and all within young adult. Number 18 is that when I read a book, I like to save quotes from the book. However, I don't like to underline in my books, and especially since most of them are library books, I wouldn't be underlining in those. So what I do instead is I will leave a sticky note next to the line I want to save or the quote, and then I will, when I wait until I finish the book, and then I will go back through and write down the quotes that I marked in a journal. The last one I did was for Once and For All by Sarah Dessen. So I just go through and write down all the quotes that I like. Number 19 is that the most important thing in a book for me is usually the characters. If I'm invested in a character, I will usually go along with any plot, no matter how unrealistic or unbelievable or how many plot holes it has. Number 20, which I got from my sister, is that I'm a harsh rater, and I totally agree with this. I usually save 5 stars because I do use the Goodreads star rating system. I do save the 5-star ratings for books that are my absolute favorites, which means a lot of great books that just weren't like on the same level as some of my favorites get 4 stars, and then good books get 3 stars, and then it's just downhill from there. Which is why if you look at my Goodreads, probably the majority of books on my red shelf are at a 3-star, and that doesn't mean that I didn't enjoy them. It's just how I've set up my rating system in my head. Number 21 is that when I read ebooks, I prefer to read them on my phone. I feel like it's just more convenient than reading it on my tablet because I can fit it in one hand, and I think it's much more portable. Number 22 is that a bunch of series that I thought were over are getting new books, which I'm excited about but also kind of confused over. I don't know if this is like a normal thing that happens that I've just never noticed before, but it seems like it's happening a lot right now. Like the Shatter Me series is getting more books, the Darkest Mind series, the Fifth Wave series, and I just found out that the Ugly series by Scott Westerfield is getting 4 more books. And I'm sure there are more series that I thought were finished that are getting more books that I just can't think of right now. Let me know in the comments if there are any series you love that you thought were over but are actually getting more books. Number 23 is that the only bookish event I've been to is Booknet Fest, and I really enjoyed it, and I'm hoping to go back this year. Number 24 is that I would love to write my own book one day. Number 25 is that I almost always have a book with me. If not a physical book, then I definitely have an ebook. And those were 25 bookish facts about me. I had a lot of fun doing this, and I want to do more tags for the Strike Back Videoathon. So if you're a small booktuber with an original tag or any tag you'd like to see me do, please let me know in the comments, or you can let me know on Twitter as well. Now, because this is a Strike Back Videoathon video, I'm going to be shouting out a few small booktube channels. They are Dani Reads, Nina Testa, A Wandering Mind, McKinlay's Bookshelf, HollyTheBookLover, and Sadie Renee Author. I'm sorry if I mispronounced any of those. And these shoutouts are going to be doubling as the people I tag to do this tag. Of course, if you've already done this tag or you just don't want to do this tag, you don't have to. And of course, if anybody watching this video that I didn't tag wants to do this tag, consider yourself tagged. If you have done this tag, please leave a link in the comments to it so I can check it out. If you like this video, you can let me know by giving it a like. I am trying to upload a new video for every day of the Strike Back Videoathon, even though I'm very behind at the moment. So subscribe if you want to see more. Thanks for watching, and thanks for 100 subscribers. Bye! BookTube. Technically tagged to do this. Right now I'm reading 3 different books, and they're not where they're supposed to be. Some of the stuff is stuff you probably already know if you watch my videos, and I'm sorry about that, but I only have so many bookish facts about myself, and all I do on this channel is talk about bookish stuff.